So welcome to the SBR GT3 League. This is their Season 6, Round 1 from Lago Maggiore, the first race of two, this being a 25-lap endurance race. See on the starting there, Cool SBR is in first, followed by Scooby SBR, then Rob Mark 1, SCLD 1808, Leo Matt Thurso, J Track Addict, Milden SBR down in 7th, Nick H 1993 in 8th, J Hill 24 Racing in 9th, MRC Bobby in 10th. Put is in 11th with Burnt Fry 12th, Will Friedman in the other Coca-Cola Porsche is 13th, Aussie Rooster is in 14th, Gabe Puman 15th, and Rossi BFC rounds out the grid in 16th place. Should be interesting. Lago Maggiore, not the easiest of circuits, especially with the tyre wear on, but who knows, it can produce some fantastic racing. So as we look to get underway here, the engines rise. Lights are on and we are green for the first time of the season. QSB are getting a good start in the Mercedes-Benz as they head to turn 1 for the first time in 25. Scooby, there's movement in the background. Looks like Liam Thurso looking down the inside, but Frey's gone wide. As we look back through the mid-pack, Liam Thurso in 7th, a little bit of wiggling from Milden. As they come out of the hairpin right, put into 9th. J-Hole 24 has gone down the order. Now in 12th as they exit the first section of the track and down towards the second sector. This tricky right-hander, the put into 9th, and MRC Bobby looking to go through as well. He has done. It's a great opportunistic move as they go up towards the S's for the first time. Joey Hill 24 getting past Will Friedman in the Porsche. Looks like everyone is intact at the moment. Back to the lead though, and Cool SBR is under attack from his teammate. Right end attack, they're actually working together quite nicely into the hairpin, trying to get away from Rob Mark 1 in the Nissan. Oh, and contact behind, that is SCLD and J Track Addict. Bit of a push into the hairpin, but J yields and allows SCLD to continue on, which is good there. Liam Thurso in 6th with Milden in 7th. But this battle between the McLaren and the Nissan starting to gain a bit of traction, but coming through the difficult last section, very hard to make an overtake until you hit the last corner of the track here at Lago as they hit the brakes. Turn in. Jay should get a bit of a switchback line, but he's not really got the traction down. And Liam Thurso in the Alfa Romeo looking. He still has another look, but decides better of it as Jay covers him off and goes down the inside of SCLD. That's a great move. And Liam looking to go around the outside for 5th place. The Alfa. Italia Alpha still on the outside. Can't quite get the move done. We'll have to sit in behind and see what he can do coming out of the next corner. There's Nick H getting past by Milden and a put under pressure from Bobby. Oh, bit of sideways action from Nick. He's going to be slow on the way to the S's, and can MRC Bobby capitalise on a put almost getting stuck behind? No, he can't. Put managing to get back into line as they head through the chicane. And look who's behind in 10th place. There's Bobby, there's J Hill 24 in 11th. The number 24 Ford looking to make his way back through the field. Put down the inside of Nick going into the hairpin. Oh, a put make the move stick. MRC Bobby down the inside. There goes J Hill in the background as well for 10th place. Nick H not enjoying that Lamborghini right now, but he's still pressurising J Hill through the the very fast chicane flat in these cars. They head into the final few corners again, and Nick again going a bit sideways, losing momentum and time. Meanwhile, Will Friedman is got Gapuman behind. This is the battle for 12th. The Coca-Cola Porsche, number 8. Number 8 is totally might be different. But they enter lap number 3 of 25. This is the endurance race for the SBR boys, as Nick takes his he's got a penalty. I thought he was looking to take it then, but he's just a little bit slower out of the hairpin. It's giving Will Friedman a bit of a run towards the end of sector 1. Well, at the front, no change for the top 3. J-Track Addict in 4th, with Liam at Thurso behind in 5th. SCLD under attack here from Milden into the chicane, and you can see Bobby in the background looking on a put-put. Put-put still side by side with Bobby coming through, and a put-put manages to stay ahead, and J-Hawk 24 has caught up to Bobby as they head down towards the hairpin. It's a really oddball hairpin, really. It's really cambered in. You can carry a fair bit of speed as Jay Hill goes down the inside, makes the move stick in the number 24 Motorcraft Ford GT. Lovely looking car that is. Bobby's got his indicator on, as Milton has made the move as well for 6th against SCLD. As they head towards the last corner. Line astern, Will Friedman on the back of Nick H for 11th at the moment. Down the main straight they go. Friedman look down the inside of the first corner. Nick H just about gives him the room, but gives him a right old squeeze, and Will's had to pull out of that one a little bit, but he's going to have good traction out of the hairpin. Gives him the line. Oh, he can't quite get the line. He backs out of the move through turn 3. We'll have to look for probably turn 5 or towards the S's. There's your leader, Core SBR. Now the guys have to run, I believe it's 6 laps. 6 laps on the medium tyres as a minimum. 2 Nissans, 3rd and 4th. Just Mercedes followed by Nissan, followed by the Alpha of Liam at Thurso, through the Coca-Cola machine of Milton SBR, with SCLD behind in 7th. There's a put in 8th. Jay Hill, 24 Racing. Oh, he gets a bit of a wiggle coming out of the hairpin. Keeps it under control. Great car control there. On board Jay Hill 24 as we head through this last section. All the way down as they hit the brakes into the hairpin left. He's going to have a bit of a nice run. Oh, a put runs a bit wide. We've got pit stop. SCLD pits from 7th place then, as Jay Hill looks for a move, and he's clipped the curb. Put the car sideways again. No time really lost. He looks for a switchback out of turn 2 into turn 3. Just to try and switch it, but Bobby is right there. He almost sends one down the inside. Backs out of it at the last minute. A bit of bumping between 7th and 8th, the McLaren and Ford, but all is fine. As J Hill 24 looks down the inside, Bobby looking to make this 3 wide. That is not advisable. J Hill getting the move done, fantastic, even with the pressure of Bobby down the inside, and Bobby still trying to get alongside the Ford. In retrospect, Bobby trying to get alongside J Hill 24, loses out to a put through the chicane, but he is still right on his tail. These guys on racing super softs at the moment. J Hill actually running on the medium compound tyre, so he's doing a very nice job here of getting up through the field and defending. SCLD in 10th place, he has bolted on another set of soft tyres, but he's got Will Friedman behind, who's running the medium tyre. The Porsche, very nice car to drive. It's very good in the corners. Aussie Rooster in 12th in the Lexus machine. He's got Rossi BFC, his teammate, behind. Poppy's racing team. Then you have Brent Fry, Gabe Puman, and Nick H, who has made a pit stop onto the racing mediums. I would say battle at the front, but it's not. These two working together as a team, trying to get away from the 3rd place J-Track Addict in the number 18 Nissan. They're doing a pretty good job of it. I think the other Nissan has gone into the pit. Yes, Rob Mark II has now made a pit stop onto mediums. So the question is that going to force one of the Mercedes to come into the pits? Because the undercut on Gran Turismo Sport is very powerful. Liam at Thurso up into 4th now because of that pit stop, trying to chase down J-Track Addict. Milden SBR, he's currently on the mediums, so we're probably looking to see the medium guys pit around this sort of time, because they're not the nicest of tyres. You kind of want to get rid of them as soon as you get them on. So it wouldn't surprise me if a few of them came in this lap. J Hill 24 under attack though from Rob Mark II, not even defending from the Nissan. He knows that's not his fight at the moment. He knows that Nissan's on fresh tyres, and it just wastes more time. He's done a good job as J Hill 24 getting up into 7th so far. Doesn't want to undo any of that hard work. There's Bobby in the Alfa Romeo. Yes, here come both the Mercedes then into the pits. They were both on super soft tyres. J-Track Addict carries on. Milden is in as well. Liam at Thurso is on super soft. Rob goes through. J Hill 24 carries on as well, but that's a big move from Rob Mark II. He's got past Cool SBR, who was our leader. Scooby, however, has managed to get out in 2nd place and has got a good gap to Rob. J Hill 24, Cool SBR, he's got SCLD behind, so SCLD has made good ground then in the McLaren. And the pit stops have really shaken things up. Will Friedman in 7th has Liam at Thurso on his tail, but Liam at Thurso looking for a move into the long tightening right-hander at the start of Sector 2. Remember, he's on fresh super soft, so he's got a lot of grip. And Will Friedman not really fighting that one too much, knows there's no point, will waste more time. He can actually gain time just by following Liam here, using the slipstream. But Will Friedman also has his teammate of Milden SBR behind in the number 27 Porsche. And no surprise there, he lets Milden through to a degree. But Milden now into 8th on his fresh soft tyres. MRC Bobby has lost a fair chunk of time in the pits. He's down in 10th, but he's on super soft, so watch out for the times. As for Rossi BFC, still on softs after 7 laps. Is a good effort by him. A Put has lost time as well. He's down into 12th after his pit stop onto mediums. Let's go Poolman, Aussie Rooster, and the two Lambos rounding out the grid right now. And in comes J-Track Addict. And Scooby was right on him as he came in, so Scooby SBR now takes the lead. J Hill 24 running a bit wide through the last corner, and here comes SCLD looking for a move to the inside. Lap 8, the McLaren doing a lovely move on the Motorcraft 4 GT. J Hill really going long here on his first stint with the medium tyres. He's still got a quarter of a tank of fuel left, so I wonder if he's just thinking make as little pit stops as possible here as Cool SBR makes the move for 4th. There's Liam Thurso. He's going to be catching J Hill shortly. There, yes, Cool SBR has the fastest lap at the moment, 155.3, but he has now picked up a 1 second penalty. So looking at the track map, looks like this is where the action's going to be at the moment, because Scooby is off up the road. Rob Mark 2, a stellar effort in that first stint, and the outlap for the second stint to get up into second place. Remember, even though the guys are in teams, there is no stalling in the pits. You don't stack cars, they literally just go to their own pit boxes. But SCLD and that McLaren did a wonderful job. Here on lap number 8, he's got just under half a tank of fuel on those racing softs, and he's putting in good times, 1:55.7 on lap 6. He's lost a bit of time on lap 7, maybe because of the battling. 1:58.1. So J Hill coming down. Is he going to pit this lap? He's done nearly a third of the race, and in comes J Hill in the number 24 Ford. Off of his mediums then. Milden comes through. There's J-Track Addict. MRC Bobby will jump J Hill in the pit stops. And this is what I mean. Here comes a put. The undercut is very, very big in GT Sport. And J Hill will return to the track in 10th place. Scooby still leads from Mark. There's SCLD, there's Cool SBR. How's the times looking? SCLD was quicker last time around, but Cool SBR is right on his tail, on board to go into the chicane. See in the mirror there, SCLD still there, and we've made the move. So the Mercedes of Cool SBR, the number 14 machine, makes the move into the podium spots. And here comes Liam Thurso. He really is pushing on. A 1:55.4 last time around in the Alpha. Twitchy car at times, that Alfa Romeo, but it is very quick. Done up in the Alitalia livery, like you used to see on the Lancia Stratoses back in the rallying, in the old rallying days. SCLD just looks like he's struggling a little bit at the rear end of his McLaren. Those racing softs have been taking a bit of punishment through this race, and taken to the point that he needs to come into pit and change them. So Liam Thurso up to 4th, but Milden is making ground. He's up into 5th now. The number 27 Coca-Cola Porsche gradually catching up to the back of Liam here. He's on the racing soft, so decent grip. Not as much grip as Liam, but Liam is starting to catch up with Cool as well. A bit further behind, J-Track Addict. on those mediums, struggling now against the guys who went on to a softer compound. There's SCLD behind Jay Hill after his pit stop. Put. So we're going to go back to Bobby and Jay at Track Addict. 57.6 to compared to a 156.9, so half a second quicker from Bobby last time around in the Alfa Romeo, based on the 4C. The GTR will come into its own eventually, but whilst the tyres are still giving Bobby grip, he's going to have a good run out of the hairpin. Will look to go side by side. Can't quite make that move stick. The GTR very quick in a straight line, but J-Track Addict makes the mistake going wide onto the grass. Opens the door for Bobby into the two right-handers. Bobby doesn't need a second invitation, goes down the inside. But J-Track Addict looking to go return the favour into the second part of the corner. Even those two separate corners, I quite like to think of that as one double apex, effectively, because you never really take the steering out. And J-Track Addict down the inside of the last corner, but Bobby will just switch it back as they head onto the main straights to complete lap 10. And Jay down the inside again at turn 1. Defending that well through turn 2 into 3. And it looks like Bobby might now have the move done and dusted. The guys get a qualifying session for this race. They start the race on whatever compound of tyre they qualified on. So you could take the medium tyres, qualify lower, and try to make your way back to the field, which I believe is what Jay Hill 24 did. Meanwhile, 1 Mark 2, just up the road from Liam, then Milden, who has Cool behind him. So Cool's dropped behind Milden then for 4th place. Bit of an off somewhere. He's gone into the barriers at the fast chicane. There's Bobby ahead of Jay. Jay Hill 24 not far behind him, so this is going to get tasty, this little battle. For 6th, SCLD not too far behind again. Everyone else really kind of a little bit spread out, but these two groups of cars starting to close up and are going to start having good battles at the moment. Jay again looks to the inside, looks to go around the outside, but this is going to allow Jay Hill into the inside, a bit of contact between the Ford and Nissan, but Jay Hill 24 gets through. Up into 7th for the Ford then. He is starting to make his way back through the field. Remember, he done about a third of this race on the medium compound of tyre, and now he's on the super softs. And he's starting to chase people down because he pitted later. He's going to have fresher tyres at the moment. As we enter the chicane, there's Nick H. There's Rossi BFC in the Lexus with his teammate just behind him. Meanwhile, Liam Thurso through the hairpin, touched the gravel, lucky not to get spat off. So we're through the chicane on lap number 12. The guys are catching Rob. Remember, Rob was the first to pit, and I think, yes, based on his fuel level, he's going to be coming in this lap. tyres aren't liking it anymore. The fuel is almost empty, so I believe the number 3 Nissan's coming in. Yeah, and Liam Thurso. And Scooby's in as well. But Scooby's actually rejoined, still in the lead. So that's how quick Scooby's been going this race. 1:54.8 is his fastest lap. Cool, SBR up into 3rd now. There's J Hill in 4th, but MRC Bobby still under attack from J-Track Addict. So J Hill's got past Bobby, and J-Track Addict has got past Bobby as well through the hairpin. Bobby in all sorts of trouble now because he has got probably some of the oldest tyres now on the grid. His last lap of 2 minutes. Oh, and he's gone off along with Jay. Jay's gone off as well. They both run wide. Jay has managed to limit the damage he's been given, but Liam Thurso gets past Bobby, his teammate. And I think J-Track Addict. Oh, contact between him and Liam. Through the chicane. And J-Track Addict now on the grass, going through the fast left up towards the... another quick chicane-like corner. That's lost in the place to Bobby that he earned. Just trying to get back on the pace. Always trying to let Rob through. And most likely he wasn't expecting Liam to go through either. A bit of contact, force him wide, and he's lost a couple of places because of it. There's Milton SBR. J Hill running well on those super softs, his fastest lap of 1:55.4. The last lap looks like he made a slight mistake somewhere at 56.9. Into the last corner, Milden and Cool SBR in. J Hill continuing on his super softs. The pit lane images. Liam Thurso running a bit wide through the last corner. And Cool SBR has come out in 8th with Milden just behind Liam Thurso. Lap 14 of 25. See the pit stop strategy starting to play out a little bit here. As J Hill 24 in at 2nd. He's got a long way to Scooby SBR. Get the timing for you in a minute. There is Scooby. He just goes through. Start the clock. There's J Hill. It's looking around the 15-second mark, I reckon. As he comes up to the timing beam. Yep, about 15 seconds for J Hill to try and catch to the leader. Rob is into 3rd. SCLD is in 4th at the moment. He's in front of Milden, who's got past Liam. Cool SBR in 7th. J-Track Addict in 8th. There's MRC Bobby in 9th. So Bobby's gone backwards, but he's also made the pit stop, I think. There's fresh super softs on the car. He was a bit of a slowdown there. J Hill in the pits. Where is he going to come out now then? He was 15 seconds behind Scooby SBR. J-Track Addict in as well. Bobby just rounding the last corner. Can J Hill? Yes, J Hill does get out ahead of him from the pit stops. J Hill now on the racing soft tyres. Milden has found himself up into third at the moment. There's a bit of a battle because SCLD down to fourth. And there's Liam with Cool on his rear, going through the really awkward hairpin right. Liam looks down the inside of SCLD, gets the move done, and here comes Cool as well. The number 14 Mercedes will make that stick coming out of the chicane. SCLD running slightly wide, but he should get a bit of a run on the Mercedes, really, down to the hairpin. But it looks like even though he had that wide line, he's not being able to get the power down enough to make a challenge. Moving down the hill and towards the fourth and final sector. There's a put in 11th, Rossi BFC 12th, Nick H 13th, Burnt Fights in the pits, number 7 car, and there is Gabe Pullman in 15th, Jay Hill 24's teammate in the number 4 car. So Rob Mark 2, Rossi Burnt Fight, a long time in the pits at the moment. Rob Mark 2 a long way from Scooby. SCLD now makes his pit stop off the medium compounder tyre. He's going to be happy with that. There he is. Jay Hill now up into 6th place. Liam Thurso is up next for him. In 5th place, the Italia Alpha. Looking to make a bit of a charge here on the AMG Motorsport cars. See if there's any battling going on. Jake hashtag track esports team running in 8th at the moment. It's got Bobby behind. Bobby on older tyres then compared to Jay. They head towards the banked hairpin for the 16th time in the race. So half an hour of racing, these guys having to put every bit of concentration they have into this. Liam Thurso with Cool SBR just up ahead. Just seems like he can't quite get a move sorted. Now SCLD is on those fresh soft tyres, so he should be able to start pulling away from Jay. What tyres is Jay on? Jay's on the super soft, so at the moment he's got the superior grip, but those tyres will wear out quicker. Will Friedman, the other Coca-Cola Porsche, he's down in 10th at the moment as he crosses the line. The calm before the storm of the final 5 laps here, just gradually preparing the race for the battles ahead. Everyone finalises their strategy, and it looks like we've got an incident. Yes, that's Gabe Human has spun it into the last corner, maybe touching the grass or assisted, we don't know. But we saw on the map there the arrow spinning round, and he's now dropped to 14th in the number 4 Motorcraft car. Engaging the Gardex Lamborghini ahead of Aussie Rooster 69 Poppy's Racing Team. Jake Hill putting J Hill 24 putting his best lap in last time around, 1:54.892. Not the fastest lap, that still stays with Scooby SBR, I think. But he is starting to reel in Liam at Thurso here, pulling, well, 2 seconds out of Liam last time around. Rob Mark 2 comes in to make what could be his final pit stop of the race. That was someone in the barrier. Yes, as Liam at Thurso makes the mistake through turn 1, and J Hill 24, he doesn't mess around, drives past him, waves through in the mirror. An unusual mistake from Liam. Just heard it, just the squeal of the tyres and the thud as he hit the barrier. Liam, obviously the Alpha not liking those medium tyres at this stage of the race, as Rob Mark 2 behind. Gone soft tyres. The Track Addicts Nissan, number 3 as they go through the S's. Looking to the inside of the hairpin against number 41 Alitalia, Alfa Romeo, and makes it look easy on the inside there. But Liam Thurso looking to try and come back. I don't think it's really wise right now. He's just going to lose him more time than necessary. Scooby in the pits, where he should get out ahead of everyone. He's got a lot of time on his hands. Cool SBR now in the pits. Scooby exits the pits in the lead. Milden up to second. J Hill 24 in the third. And that is Liam Thurso coming in. His tyres are done. SCRD now resides in fifth. There is the Alfa Romeo. He gets a bit of fuel. Some new tyres. And J Track Addict goes through on his Super Soft. So expect him to come in around the next lap or two. MRC Bobby. Carry on. New medium tyre, so he's coming for his final stop, then he's going to the end. As he goes through the first sector. Liam Thurso will be glad to get rid of those mediums though on the Alpha. They were looking horrendous. So your top three at the moment. Scooby going to the end, I would suspect, on those Super Softs. But he does have probably enough time if he wants to get another pit stop and a re-overtake for the lead. Milden probably will have another stop at some point unless he's planning to go all the way to the end on that set of softs, which is going to really slow him down with the tyre wear. J Hill 24 doing well again. He might potentially have to make another pit stop for tyres, which will allow Rob Mark 2. He's had a great race, just strategy wise. He's coming earlier than people. Use the undercut very effectively this race. And, he's got himself, if others pit as we expect, got himself in a net P2. So the indicate from J Hill 24 Racing saying he's going to stay right, let Rob through. There's no reason to fight him. He's on fresher tyres. You only cost yourself time. That's not the best line from Rob, hugging the curb. The Nissan does tend to like to spit you off if you try hugging curbs too much. Onto the back straightaway then. Rob nicely through at the moment. We've got SCLD with Liam Thurso behind. Chasing, you can see the car a little bit more. So on the replay, if you go bonnet cam, you don't actually see the bonnet. But we have a look here into the hairpin. No chance for SCLD. The fresh racing super softs of Liam Thurso. Far superior grip to the racing softs of SCLD. No, SCLD not giving this up in the McLaren. Into the final couple of corners. It's like it being a fictional track. There's no names of the corners. As they head into the last couple, then SCLD still hugging the back. J Hill 24 Racing is in the pits. He should get out ahead of these two, but it's going to be close. No, J Hill now exiting the pits into turn 1 in a secure 5th place right now. He will be going to the end on what I suspect will be super soft tyres. SCLD still hanging on to the back of that Alfa Romeo for 6th place. That medium stint for Liam really didn't help him out. The car looked horrible to drive, but SCLD still looking for the move as they head out of turn number 4 into 5. Different lines, the McLaren taking a slightly tighter line on the later part of the corner to gain the speed for the chicane. He's not alongside though to try and make an advantage of that. Number 52 got McLaren. Into the hairpin, and SCLD looking around the outside. It's not quite going to work. Don't think I've ever really seen a move around the outside of that hairpin. It's a very hard one to pull off because the higher you go up, the longer the route you're taking, the less camber. SCLD still trying here to make up that place. Meanwhile, Bobby has J-Track Addict behind him. But Bobby's on the medium tyres. And remember how that affected Liam's Alfa Romeo. It's not going to enjoy it, I can assure you of that. This Bobby runs slightly wide out of the final corner. Jay should get a nice run here. The GTR, quite possibly one of the quickest in a straight line in the GT3 class. Gets the move done beautifully in that first sector. Bobby just no grip at all to try and defend from it. If he's not careful, a put might start catching him, although I think with 3 laps left, a put is a bit far behind. Rob Mark 1, cool SBR is starting to catch, so this could be a nice little last couple of laps brewing. Liam Thurso still has that Golf McLaren behind him. They both go wide at the chicane. Liam Thurso really pushing hard to keep the McLaren behind of SCLD as they enter the last few laps of the race. SCLD's still looking for any... Oh, Rob Mark 2's in the pits. That's a late pit stop. That was not planned. Or at least... it looks like his strategy here fighting earlier, that's possibly ruined his chance of a podium. He might get 5th, he might get 4th here from J Hill 24. Those fresh super softs will do him the world of good in that Nissan compared to J Hill's slightly worn super soft tyres. And the J Hill is going quick at the moment. 1:54.7 is his best lap, set on lap 22. Always. Although that doesn't make any sense because on lap 21 he did a 1:53.6. As he goes through the fast chicane, up over the brow, and Rob Mark II will have to work for this. J Hill obviously all race has been not fighting with anyone that's not in his race, but this time for Rob it's not going to be very easy because this is the race for 4th, and J Hill will not want to give this away. Meanwhile, SCLD has managed to overtake Liam at Thurso. Through the chicane. The last few corners. Just 2 laps remain of this race for these guys. It's been a very long, we're up to the 45-minute mark of racing. A lot of people say it's just a video game, but 45 minutes even on a racing game like GT Sport is a long time to concentrate for. As Liam also looks to go down the inside, has managed to slide down the inside, a bit of contact on the way through, but nothing insignificant. And SCLD still holding to 6th. They're going to be side by side through turn 3, up towards turn 4. The 90 right over the brow. Liam can't do anything there, and he's going to have to wait yet again. He runs a bit wide. SCLD squeezing the door closed into turn 5. Will compromise his line though, as Liam does the right thing, backs out of it, gets the racing line in. Through the chicane they go. Rob Mark II has overtaken J Hill. Possibly an inevitability, really. Obviously, Rob's been running well all race. With fresh those boots on, he'll be pretty quick. There is J Hill, there's Rob in the Nissan. Scooby just coming around to start his final lap. There's Milton, he's got Cool right behind him now. So this battle has really shaped up. Milton does have the fresher tyres though, which is to the advantage of him. Meanwhile, this battle for 6th is still raging on. Even on this penultimate lap, Liam looking for any space to try and make the move. The McLaren very twitchy on those soft tyres. Out to the penultimate corner. Across the line. Onto the final lap then. Liam at Thurso. Still trying to find that space. So we're just coming to the back straight up to the traffic of Gay Pullman 4. Back marking, that's the gap. It's pretty ridiculous. There's J Hill, there's Rob. Rob probably will not catch, though Rob does have the fastest lap, 1:54.5. He won't catch up to Cool SBR, I don't think, on this lap. Battle for 6th is still not over. So you go through the S's and up towards the hill. But we're going to return to this man. We've not seen much of him because he's been a very dominant force today in the endurance race. Scooby SBR is going to cross the line to win here at Lago Maggiore. A cracking win from him. Milden SBR, he's had a great race through the pack, up into second place. Can't fault it. The number 27 machine will come home in second. A fantastic start to his championship. And splitting the two Mercedes guys, Cool SBR will come home in third place. Rob will be in fourth with fastest lap. Fifth will be J Hill 24 Racing. A great result in the end, considering the start he had. This battle for sixth still going on. SCLD a little bit twitchy into the last corner. Liam at third, so he can't quite get the advantage, and the McLaren will come home for sixth place, with Liam at Thurso in seventh. J Track Addict, he's had a bit of a long battle with Bobby for most of the race, but eighth place for the Nissan. A great solid start by him. Bobby is in ninth. Put will be 10th.